Hi. You start. Sorry.
Hi, welcome to Fun Friday.
We're having fun.
We are having fun. Today we're gonna do tie-dye. So I don't know how many of you guys have done tie-dyeing shirts or shorts or socks or hats. I don't know what else. You could tie-dye anything, but I don't know how many of you have done it, but we're going to do that today. And it's going to be lots of fun because
Yes.
I love tie-dyeing. So we have already filled up our tie-dyeing bottles, but we're using the Tulip brand because that is my absolute favorite brand. In your kit, you're going to see, if you get this kind of kit, you're going to see there's going to be rubber bands and there's going to be gloves. Not these kind of gloves, but there will be gloves. You're going to want to use the gloves. And there's going to be an awesome guide that will walk you through it. So we're going to put our gloves on, which Miss Jackie already did because she's ahead of the game.
So the bottles,
Yes.
the bottles are in there, and it comes with powder, right?
Correct.
And then
So
you
the
add
bottles are in there, but they only have powder in them, and we filled them with water already. And it'll explain that in the directions. There is this nice little line on the bottle. Just fill it to the line. And then shake it really, really well so you don't see any powder. See, Miss Jackie's a good shaker too. It's because she sings those songs in preschool and toddler story times. And so that's all you need to get started. I like to add this to the mix. This does not come with the kit. You have to buy this extra. It's soda ash. If you soak your whatever you're tie-dyeing in it ahead of time a little bit, it kind of helps hold the color better. So soda ash. So we have pre-soaked our materials. So we're all ready to go.
Okay.
So
What's the first thing
we have our rubber bands here.
Okay.
We have in here directions. Oh, it also gives you different kinds of ideas, like different types of folds you can do. Okay. We're gonna put this here. Also, if you want to have this ready, I like to use these. Like some racks to kind of put them on so that when you pour the dye onto your shirts, it just drips down so your shirt's not sitting in the dye. So if you have some of those would be good to have ready too. We don't need those yet.
Okay.
So we're first going to take our shirts out of the soda ash and wring it out super, super good.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So,
Like this?
yeah, no, I don't want soda ash all
Oh,
over
that's
me.
right. Okay.
Or just water, I'd say yes, because it's really hot out here. So you want them to soak for like, I don't know, 10 to 30 minutes or an hour, because that's about how long ours has been soaking. 10 to 30 minutes is sufficient though. But just wring them out really well. It's also important to wash your, whatever you're tie-dyeing. I'm just going to say shirts because that's what we're tie-dyeing, okay? So wash your shirts without using fabric softener. And even if you don't use the soda ash, leave your shirts wet because it tie-dyes. It just dyes better. Okay?
Okay, so they wash their shirt, but they don't dry it.
Correct.
Okay.
No fabric softener.
And no fabric softener. Okay.
We're pretty strong, aren't we? Miss Jackie, if you can see, kind of has like a light blue shirt. So you don't necessarily have to use white. This shirt actually that I'm wearing started out a light purple, similar to that, but light purple. So you can tie-dye other colors than just white. You don't even have to buy a brand new item. If you have something in your drawer that's stained or even has a picture on the front or something, you can use that too. If you have white underwear, you can tie-dye those.
Sure. They won't be tidy whities anymore, though, will they?
No, they won't. I think we're good. Then we are going to lay your shirt out. Now you get to decide your folds. So Miss Jackie, what kind of folds do you want?
Ooh.
You can do spirals, you can do like bullseyes, you can do lines, you can do horizontal, you can do
I really like
vertical.
how yours turned out a lot. So how did you do your shirt? You didn't do your shirt.
I didn't
Your
do
daughter
my
did your
shirt.
That's right. Okay.
My
Wow.
daughter did my shirt. Didn't she do a great job?
She did a wonderful
My
job.
daughter did this.
Okay.
She did a great job. I would have to guess, maybe she did like rainbow in the middle and then the purple on the edges.
Oh, but it was purple to begin with, though. So
It was, and then she added a darker purple.
okay.
So there's lighter purple, and then she added darker.
Well, why don't you just show us what you think we should do?
Well, if you want lines, you basically just are gonna accordion fold it.
Oh, like a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, like a fan. Okay.
Mhm. All the way.
Okay.
So your entire shirt.
Okay.
And then once you do that, you'll be adding the rubber bands,
Okay.
and that will hold it in place.
Okay.
So tie-dye is awesome for stains. I know this from experience. Anyway, okay. And it doesn't even have to be perfect. So you guys don't worry about making it perfect.
Sorry, so this takes patience, doesn't it?
It does take a
Okay.
lot of patience, depending on how you want to do it. Because, like my youngest will just do bullseyes basically, because all that is putting a bunch of rubber bands
Okay.
all over your shirt, pretty much. It's all folded, and now all Miss Jackie's gonna do is take some rubber bands. I have extra rubber bands because sometimes we use a lot of rubber bands here. The rubber bands they give in the kit are just kind of a little bundle.
Okay.
So that may be something if you want extra rubber bands. So you're just gonna kind of rubber band. If you're gonna try and do it like mine,
Okay.
I'm gonna assume she probably rubber banded right around here.
Oh, just those two places?
Well, and then
Okay.
and then however the rainbow was in the middle, but
Okay.
not the edges.
Oh, not the edges. Okay.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
So the rubber bands hold it in place, and
Okay. Do you have to make it tight
Yes.
then? Okay, make it tight. Okay.
also where the rubber bands are, we'll leave a white spot usually too,
Okay.
which is kind of cool. There's so many different ways you can tie-dye. So my friend was telling me she saw a way where you could tie-dye using glue.
Hmm.
So you glue, and I haven't tried this, so don't take my word for it, but you glue a picture on, whatever kind of picture you want, and let it dry, and then tie-dye however you want to tie-dye. And then the glue should kind of like wash right off.
Oh,
And
okay.
then whatever picture you drew should be like white.
Oh.
Kind of a cool idea. I have been afraid to try it myself, but sounds cool. Just like with regular Elmer's glue.
Okay.
But there's so many different folds you can do. You can make hearts and smiley faces, bullseyes, spirals, bullseyes, and this fold is those are probably your 3 easiest choices.
So maybe if you have like an old t-shirt, try that first. Do you think?
If you want to do something new,
Well, if you want to try something out before, if you want to just practice doing this.
that's probably a good idea instead of buying something new. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So how many shirts can you get out of the dye, or does it?
It depends on what size you get.
Okay.
So this little box,
Mhm.
let's see what it says. They usually tell you on the box. Yeah, so this one will say, this was three of the smaller bottles, and it says it'll dye up to 8 shirts. So you kind of want to gauge it. You might want to say maybe 6 shirts, just because some people use more dye than others.
Okay.
Especially little ones. They like to really squirt that dye. So
Okay.
I don't know if I would necessarily go by this, honestly. And but yeah, I would definitely lower the number that they say, but it will tell you on the kit. And the brands that are not Tulip are cheaper, but I will say this color really does work better. So your choice. Okay, so Miss Jackie's is rubber banded, and she is ready to dye hers. So Miss Jackie's gonna want
Okay.
this handy dandy. That way, like I said before, when she squirts the
Okay.
dye, it'll just go right onto the table instead of this being on the table and the dye.
Oh, okay.
What's the word? I'm looking
Absorbing
for?
from the
Yeah,
bottom.
right,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So basically,
Okay.
you're squirting dye
Okay, so you just put a little bit.
So you want to cover your shirt. You want to cover it in dye.
Okay.
But yeah, a little bit goes a long way.
Okay.
So choose your colors,
Okay.
and you can do each section a different color if you want.
Okay.
And then when you get one side complete, flip it over and do the other side.
Oh, okay.
Easy. So while Miss Jackie's coloring, I'll just do a quick explain. So spiral, lay your shirt out flat. Some people use, if you have like a clean rod or something, you can use it, but I'll just use my fingers. Pinch wherever you want your spiral to be in your shirt. So I'm choosing just kind of the middle. So just pinch it and twist your shirt.
Oh, okay.
And make sure that your shirt stays flat though. So you don't want it like rolling up. And that's all, just roll it into a spiral, which you can't see, but you'll see it in a minute. But yeah, people do this inside. It's possible to do inside, but I like to do this outside because it is a very messy project. All right, so you can't really see my spiral. I'll show you in a minute because if I lift it, the spiral's coming apart.
Oh, look at that.
So I'm gonna put rubber bands on and then I will show the camera.
I like that.
Oh, there you go. So you just kind of spiral it. That's really all it is. It's a spiral, and then you put your rubber bands on and it will hold your spiral in place. And then you can decide your colors. Easy peasy. I think the spiral might be, well, I don't think it's the easiest, but I was gonna say it was, but I don't think it is.
Okay, this still involved folding though, right?
Nope, just spiraling.
Oh, just spiraling, okay.
Should I open it up and try again?
Oh no, that's okay.
Okay. Nope, I literally took it from the middle and just twisted.
Oh, okay,
and
because that's,
turned,
oh, okay.
twisted it all the way until the whole thing was spiraled.
Oh,
And I put
okay.
rubber bands on it. Sometimes if you leave white, this is what I've found when I've tie-dyed, and I'm not a pro, but when you leave white sometimes, when you go to wash it, sometimes the color bleeds onto the white, so that's why I like to cover mine completely. You don't have to, I'm just saying.
Okay, no, that's good to know. Okay.
I like to do it. And so for coloring, really, it's the same thing on this one. Just gonna put color on. Some people also put paper towels under their projects. I use regular towels because these are my bad towels, as we call them at our house. And so we don't care if they get all tie-dyed. So here's towels if you need it.
Okay.
But if you don't have these, you can put paper towels under them, and that kind of soaks up the color
Okay.
too, so that it doesn't get all over.
I don't know what color I should do next. Let's see. This one got some red in there. So if you have leftover dye, and you can dye everything you can find in your house, certainly.
Yeah.
But can you save it? Does it save nicely? Or not?
You should use it within, I think, like 72 hours.
Okay, so that's like 3 days then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But all dye is different, so look at your brand. Some might be less. When we're finished here,
Okay.
we are going to bag them up
Okay.
for a day,
Okay.
which you don't have to necessarily do it for a full day, but I like to do it for a full day.
Okay.
And then after that, you're gonna rinse them out really well, and then wash them separately, probably the first maybe 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
So I have one side finished,
Ooh, that is so
and I'm gonna
pretty.
turn it over to the other side.
Ooh, I like that.
And I'm gonna try and, thank you, put the same colors on the same side on the other side, which you don't necessarily have to do, but that's what I like to do. And just do the same thing on the other side now. How's yours coming?
Oh, it's going well.
Sometimes you have to kind of really sneak in there to get into the cracks, which it looks like you're doing, so
Okay.
you're good. This dye is like acrylic paint, everybody, so wear your gloves. It will stain everything.
So probably also should wear clothes that you don't mind.
Yes,
if they
good
get,
point. I
sprayed.
don't think I pointed that out. If you notice, Miss Jackie is in all black. Smart choice. Because this dye is gonna, if she gets dye on her, you're not gonna see it. So if you have black, that's probably an awesome choice. Otherwise, just wear whatever. Actually, we went to a tie-dye party a couple weeks ago, and I noticed there was actually kids who wore white clothes that maybe were not their best clothes, so maybe stained a little bit. And I thought that was actually a great idea, because then they got the dye like all over their clothes, but it just kind of like made it look pretty, I guess. So it's almost like they were dyeing what they were wearing along with the shirts that they were dyeing. So I thought that was a good idea too. Once you're finished tie-dyeing, you don't wring this out or anything. Just put it right, either wrap it in saran wrap or put it into a baggie.
Okay, obviously you put it in a separate bag though, right?
Yes.
From the other ones. Yeah,
Yep.
otherwise the colors are changing. Okay. See, this one here's got all different kinds of colors in there.
That's good. You have like a rainbow inside a rainbow.
Yes. Okay, I can see why maybe. See, I've got the tip of that. I dipped it in red inadvertently when I was touching it. So now that's how the red's transferring on there. So.
These will be awesome.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. You're gonna have to make sure you check it. Come check out our shirts.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it'll be good. So when you're done with the dye,
I believe I am. Just putzing.
we're just going to wrap it. Lay it flat. I can get more wrap if we need to, so that's not a problem. Whoops. That's okay. Here's some more for the edge. Here. Okay. You leave it be for 24 hours
Okay.
or less if you prefer, but
Oh no.
like I
that
said, I
sounds good.
prefer to let it sit.
Okay.
And
All right.
cool. And there we go.
All right.
It's over.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I remember Miss Penny's been telling me all summer long, make sure you clean up your mess.
It's very important.
Yes.
It's very important. If you use a like a dollar store tablecloth, it's a lot easier for cleanup, guys.
Throw it away then. Okay.
Just gonna put that out there.
Okay. So now
Okay.
Miss Penny's gonna show us how to do a heart.
Yeah. Now I will show you how to do a heart. So if you want to do a heart, you want to take your shirt and fold it lengthwise. Okay. So we have it folded lengthwise. I folded the shirt. I'm going to use a marker. I'm just going to draw a half heart on her shirt here. So we'll start down here. And draw it like so. And then we're going to take it and you're going to start here where I started the heart, and you're going to just start pinching, almost like the accordion fold like we did Miss Jackie's shirt. So we're going to kind of accordion fold along the heart. Okay, so I'm going to keep following the heart all the way, keep going all the way around, and once you have got that complete, you're going to throw a rubber band on there. So we're going to throw a rubber band on there, and the hopes are, because I'm just going to say I attempted this the other day and it didn't work, the hopes are that there will be a heart when we are finished. So there we go. That's hopefully going to be a heart.
So how do you do the dye then on there?
Oh, you'll just, the same way.
Okay.
So I'll probably add more rubber bands, but I just wanted to show you where to put the
okay.
rubber band to hold the heart in place. So you can add rubber bands or leave it like this even, and the dye will be the same way. I will show you bullseyes.
Okay.
So you can do these a couple of ways. You can just grab a part of your shirt like this. You could do front and back, or if you want to do it separately, you can. I usually just do the both. It's just quicker and easier. So you can just do a bunch of bullseyes just like this, where it's kind of, so it'll just kind of be like one little circle. Or you can do an even bigger one and make it like an actual bullseye. So we'll make like a big one and then add a couple rubber bands and then make them different colors so that it's like an actual bullseye. Coloring is the same way. Just color it and wrap it up or put it in a bag, and that's that. So
Okay, were you saying you could do one side of the shirt?
so if you choose to just do like one side of your shirt, you would just take just the front, and so the back is still here, and then you could do the back separately. But I just do it all together.
Because it's going to get mixed up probably anyway.
I think so. Yeah, I've never done it separate, but you can. So, and plus it's quicker.
So do you make matching shirts with your family then, or?
No, because everybody usually wants
Oh,
something
that's
different.
true.
Although
Okay.
we did kind of do matching shirts when we went to Disney.
But you could all make tie-dye shirts, all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do it usually every year.
That'd be one way to keep track of everyone if you went someplace like
That's
a
true. Everybody
zoo or
wear
the
your
museum. Right, okay.
Everybody wear your tie-dyes.
Yes.
That's true.
So with buying smaller rubber bands, like maybe from the beauty, not the beauty supply, but the section at the store that's got those real tiny rubber bands? Or is it best to use the thicker ones?
I would use the bigger ones.
Okay.
Maybe if you had a tiny shirt, you could try the tiny ones, but I would go with the bigger ones myself.
Oh, because you want the separation colors.
Yeah.
And that helps with separation colors.
Right. And plus sometimes these get kind of thick, and so those tiny ones would be,
All would break.
yeah, they'd be kind of tricky.
Have you ever done squirt gun tie-dyeing before?
So my daughter did it, and her cousin, they attempted it. They were afraid of it getting in people's eyes.
Oh,
So
certainly.
they didn't really go full blast at it, but they had fun.
Okay, so they did the squirt gun painting with the tie-dyeing with the people wearing the shirts.
They did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right, right. So
Okay.
I would suggest if you do that, don't wear your shirts, and then yes, it would probably be really
Okay.
cool. So this is what my kids like to do. Just put a bunch of rubber bands on it like this, and then just color it. Not all my kids, really just my youngest, but, and then you just color it, which it's already partly colored. So that's it.
Have you tried any other tie-dyeing experiments before?
I don't think so. Nope, I just try different folding techniques, and I've tried different brands. Well, when I first started tie-dyeing, we actually did, we did not have these nice bottles, which I don't know if they didn't make them or if we just didn't use them, but we did use where we just put it in big like gallon buckets and dipped our shirts.
Oh, okay.
If you're gonna just make your shirt one color, I think that's awesome, but otherwise I wouldn't recommend that type. It's not as fun, first of all, but second of all, it's much harder if you're trying to get several colors.
So what if you wanted to mix two colors? You would just mix them on the shirt, or you would get a separate...
You know, I've
bottle?
never tried to mix two colors, but I was reading somewhere in the directions, or maybe I was reading on YouTube, that you could make your own colors. So I'm not sure if you would mix the powder first. Unfortunately, I can't help you out with that one.
So did you make your hat? Or did someone in your family make your hat for you?
Nope, store-bought.
Oh, okay.
No. There is an ice technique, which I've never tried.
Okay. I saw that. I was about to ask you about that.
Yeah,
I
no,
saw
I've never
that.
tried it.
Okay.
I've never tried it because I like the rubber bands, and I think the ice technique doesn't really use rubber bands. It's just kind of scrunches it up.
I think what I saw was it was put over like
The
almost like a grill, whatever.
one of those,
except
right?
Yeah, except it was almost like a grid.
Okay.
And then you put the shirt over there. I think you maybe even scrunched it up, or you use rubber bands, and
Okay,
then you
so
put
you
ice
can.
over it, and then you put just put the dye over that, and the ice and the color melted. I guess it made like a.
Okay. I've never done the ice one.
So what else can we color, Miss Penny?
We've done socks, underwear, shorts, shirts, dresses, skirts.
Ooh, a dress. Okay.
We have done a dress.
Skirt. Okay.
Yep. That's all we have done that I can think of. We're gonna attempt.
How about a kerchief or a bandana for your dog?
Yeah, we're gonna
maybe?
attempt a
Okay.
bandana for our dog.
Okay. Okay.
Which also with the Tulip brand, which I did not mention, you should 100 or cotton is the type of material you want to use.
No fabric softener, no polyester, straight
Right.
cotton. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're going to wait 24 hours and we're going to check back and see how our
Yeah.
shirts look. Awesome.
24 hours, we'll unwrap them and reveal
Okay.
them. And they'll be cool.
Okay. So you're
Okay.
probably going to cover this later, but after we unwrap them in 24 hours, or did you say 24 hours or 72 hours?
24.
24 hours, okay.
72 is how long you have to use the dye once
That's
it's
right,
mixed.
okay.
The Tulip dye.
That's right, okay. So do we rinse the shirts out then after we, okay, after we take them out of the plastic? Okay.
Yep. And you can use the sink, but I prefer to use the hose. Because I
Okay.
prefer to be outside.
Okay,
It's quite a mess.
so that's why we're doing that at a house right now, because it has a hose and the library does not have a hose.
Correct.
Okay.
Hi everybody, I am back. It's 24 hours later. We are going to check our tie-dye shirts that we made yesterday. So we're in a different part of the yard because I wanted to be closer to the hose. What we're going to do is we're going to unwrap and we're going to spray the color. We're going to spray our shirts until the water that is being sprayed out of our shirts is clear, okay? So let's get started. I am using this ladder to hold my shirts so I don't have to put them on the ground. And oh, I have some scissors here so I can cut the rubber bands off. You can pull the rubber bands off as well, but sometimes I find it easier just to cut them. Okay, so what we will do is start with the bullseye shirt. So let's see what the bullseye shirt turned out like. So you're gonna unwrap it, and you probably want to wear gloves again because this dye is still pretty strong, okay? We're gonna unwrap it. We're gonna get all these rubber bands off of there. That's the first thing you want to do. Or some people like to rinse it with the rubber band still on. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. Do it with the rubber band still on. You can rinse it and do your first washing with the rubber bands on, or you can take them off and then rinse and wash. I have always taken the rubber bands off first, but I've read some directions where you leave them on. So it's kind of a your choice type of thing. Sometimes it's a trick finding where did I put all the rubber bands. So rubber bands off, and then we get to see the big reveal. Ta-da! Turned out awesome. See that? Circles and bullseyes. Very nice. Her colors really went together well too. So we have all the rubber bands off. I'm going to set it on the ladder. You know what another fun way to rinse is? Have somebody hold the shirt and spray it. I was doing that earlier with my daughter, but she got tired of it and went in. So now I have to do it this way. Boring. So just spray it. You can see down here the water is really green and blue, so I'm going to keep spraying it till it's clear. The other side, make sure I have the other side now. nice and clear. You can take your shirt now and just kind of set it off to dry and do your next one. Bullseye. This one Miss Jackie did the accordion fold. Good job, Miss Jackie. It turned out awesome. And spiral. Turned out awesome. These are so awesome. So bright. This is what I'm talking about. The Tulip brand for me has always worked out really bright. So that's why I like this brand. Alright. So this was my attempt at the heart. Not really a heart, but cute. I like the design. It's just not a heart. Here is a couple things that we did as a family later on. My daughter, very talented, she did a little rainbow. So she made a little rainbow shirt. I have one daughter who made some little shorts for her little cousin. This is just scrunched up. So my one talented daughter, she just scrunched up the shirt and put some of the dye, squirted some of the dye on there, and that was what this was. No rolling, no rubber bands, just scrunched it up and just put some dye on there. So that's this one. And my other daughter requested double spirals, so we managed to double spiral it. See the two spirals? This is the one that we did with ice. So we actually did attempt to do it with ice. So we just put it in the bin. We put it in a bin on top of the little metal grate that we were using when we were dyeing the colors. Crinkled it up, put some ice on top of it, and squirted the dye on top of the ice, and just let it sit overnight. And then that was it. Took it out, rinsed it off. This is what it looked like. My other daughter, she made a bandana. She likes to put these on the dog. So she made him his own. So our whole family made tie-dye, of course, because we like to do it every year, so we did. So she made him his own tie-dye bandana. We have lots of tie-dye around here. We have fun doing this. Okay, something that Miss Jackie asked me yesterday was, is there any other ways that I have tie-dyed? And I said no, and then I remembered, yes, there is. I did this, which is now super wet now. I did this. This is bleach dye, actually. So we went and got, this is when we went to Disney a few years ago, a lot of years ago now. We went to Disney a few years ago, and so we made these for the family. We each got a colorful shirt. We each chose what Disney character or design we wanted on our shirt. I found the silhouettes on the internet, printed them out, cut them out, traced them onto freezer paper, ironed them onto the shirts, and then just put some bleach and a little bit of water. It was like a bleach water mixture, put them in a spray bottle and sprayed our shirts. And when you take the freezer paper off, it shows the silhouettes of what we chose. So that's what this was. So I have tie-dyed in a different way. So we just love to tie-dye. It's fun. It's colorful, it's fun, it's something the whole family can do. You don't have to do this outside like I do it. I choose this because I don't like the mess inside. But you could do this inside as well. You just have to protect your surfaces, and you could easily do this inside. So you could do this at any time of the year. So after this part is done, they're all dripping clear. I'm watching them now. You want to wash each of them separately. Don't wash them together, okay? Maybe for the first 2 or 3 washes of each one, just wash them separately. Cold water. I personally like to wash my clothes in cold water anyway, so cold water it is, or warm water, whatever you choose, right? Everybody can choose whatever. Wash them separately in cold or warm water, and you're free to wear them. See you guys later. Have fun. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us for this fun Friday.
Yes, it was so fun. I love tie-dyeing.
Yes,
so.
yes, it was great.
Yep. Tie-dye every year.
Yep.
Sometimes like 3 times a year.
You've made me a believer in tie-dye, Miss Penny, you know.
Good. Maybe you could tie-dye every year now.
I think I might do that. I've already got plans. I'm going to matching shirts for my vacation with my dad and my brother, and I'm going to do matching shirts. My family goes to the zoo in October. So
Nice.
yes.
That is awesome.
You've inspired me, Miss Penny.
Yay! We love tie-dye.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay, hopefully we see you guys wearing tie-dye.
Yes. All right, we're looking forward
in the next month or so.
Okay.
Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Bye.